All right, folks, good morning. Okay, let's get started here. So, for today, Friday, May 16th, we had the following information already released at 8:30. Those would have been building permits, which came in weaker than expected. Housing starts came in as expected, and import prices month over month came in uh, at 0.1%, which I guess is better than expected. At 10 a.m., we'll have preliminary U of M consumer sentiment. Then we'll have preliminary U of M inflation expectations. Both are major reports, so we should expect substantial market impact. At some point today, we'll have FOMC member Barkin speaking, but should not be a major impact. And right at market close, we'll have TIC long-term purchases at 4 o'clock. Not a major report. So basically at 10 o'clock, that's where all the major news is going to hit. So we need to watch out for that. As far as the markets are concerned, right now the QQQ ETF is trading a bit higher than where it closed yesterday, and we have a little bit of upside movement. Yesterday's action was it wasn't technically bullish because we had gapped lower, but then we went back up, and then we went bullish after that, only to come back down to where we closed. Just slightly higher than where we closed on the previous day. So we made a slight advance. Looks like we're just trading sideways at the top of the range. And as far as trading opportunities yesterday, we actually found the best opportunity going down, which was UPST. That was able to move very smoothly towards our target number 2 to the downside, um, which was 47.47, but it bottomed out at 47.20. It was almost 10% down for the day, but very nice trend either way that we were able to exploit. Um, Having said that, let's take a look at what's moving in the pre-market and see if we can find any nice opportunities here. So in the pre-market, here's what I see so far. First up is AMST, which is presently up 80% on 35.1 million shares, at least $1 per share as well. We'll go ahead and add that to our pre-market watch list. The symbol is AMST. All right, next up is CABA, CABA, and CABA is currently up 16.57% on 3.8 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add CABA to our list. Next up is GRYP, which is presently up 7.5% on 3.9 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add GRYP to the list. Next up is, well, actually, this one is a buyout. INZY. Looks like a buyout. Let's see. BioMarin agrees to acquire Inozyme for $4 a share. So there you have it. So that one is a buyout deal. Done and done. Over and out. Okay, so we won't be able to do anything with that since anything that's a buyout deal, um, that is as far as the stock is going to move. Okay, so that's it for that one. All right, next up is see microalga, but that hasn't moved enough. So I'll skip that one. Let's see how much NVIDIA, well, I'll see what the ETF is up. Okay, it's only 2.4%, so that's never going to be enough. Let's take a look at QUBT. This just had earnings. Currently up 11.58% on 3.7 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. So we will add QUBT to the list. Next up is RGTI, which is presently up not enough, only 3.7%. So I'll pass on that. Next up, RXRX. That's only up 4.2%, so not enough, so we'll pass on that. Next up is SMCI. That is presently up only 3.5%, which is a good move, but not enough for our list. But duly noted, this stock is moving in the pre-market, so we might take a look at that at the open. Next up is TOPW, which is presently up about 60% on 7.8 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add TOPW to our list. Next up is TSLL, the ETF for Tesla, just checking. Okay, it's only up 2.4%, so that's not enough. And lastly, TSSI, that is currently up 47% on 2.7 million shares, at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add TSSI, excuse me, to the list. All right, if you folks see any other stocks other than the ones I just mentioned, let me know in the chat. We'll take a look. We're looking for a NASDAQ listed stock. Must be a NASDAQ listed stock, trading at least $1 per share in the current pre-market session. It must have achieved at least a 6% price change, positive or negative, and it has traded at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume. All right, so ACHR is mentioned. That looks like it's not a NASDAQ stock. CAPS is mentioned. That's up 86% on 8.8 million shares, is at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add CAPS to our list. TGL is mentioned. That is currently up 30.2% on 11.9 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. So we'll add TGL. And SATL is mentioned. That's right, SATL. That's currently up 9.87%, 1.4 million shares, at least $1 per share. So we will add SATL to the list. Bull is mentioned. That is not up, well, it's up 6%. The volume is not at 1 million shares, so we'll have to pass on that. It is moving right now, so we can put it on the possibilities list, but it doesn't look like the volume is gaining fast enough to get to 1 million shares before the market open, but we'll put it on the possibilities list either way. All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap up for today's session. Please, Premarket Pulse, please be sure to like the video. I know we have 8 likes, more than 8 people watching. Definitely appreciate the likes, but please be sure to like the video if you're watching. It greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications when we produce a new video. And if anyone's watching this video on a replay and you're not familiar with our company, do be sure to check out fundertrading.com, our website. You'll see a link in the description to this video. Other than that, for everyone who's part of the coaching program, I'll see you there in about 16 minutes, and we'll pick up for today's session. All right, folks, have a great trading day, and I'll see you for the next Pre-Market Pulse. Have a great weekend. Take care.